Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about a channel that actually my dad told me to make a video on. Yes, my dad told me to make an exposed video on this channel, and that alone should tell you something about what kind of content this channel produces. But the channel in question of today's video is called ApexTV. It's a channel with more than 600,000 subscribers, and its most viewed video has over 10 million views. This channel focuses mostly on time traveling and some of the more paranormal events in this world, or at least that is what they portray themselves like. It takes for you just a few seconds to realize that the whole thing is fake.
You are fake news.
Or probably more, because they stretch their videos out to no end just for that sweet ad revenue. Now, I would like to take a look at the first video I saw from these guys, the one that my dad has shown me, and just to show you how stupid the videos usually are.
I will show you guys now the video from 2120.
Well, you just start a video and watch a few seconds and you might notice something quite weird about this video. The video is titled, "Time Traveler Took This Video in the Year 2120. Now, whoever made this video made the amazing decision to make this guy say a bunch of horse shit about 15 minutes before he shows us the footage. And yeah, they did blur his face, by the way. I can't think of a reason why.
First of all, thank you to everybody who's watching right now. I really appreciate it.
You
And
can't
so
be
much
fucking
people
serious with this shit. Now after we go through all this shit that sounds like it was took straight out of a children's civic book, the revelation comes and he shows the video, just for you to realize that the whole thing was staged. There are a few things pointing out that this is fake. First of all, this is recorded on a phone from 2018. Second of all, the footage looks like a fucking cartoon or some stock footage. Yes, both of these points were written in the comments of the video. Now, I couldn't find this stock footage, but that's probably just because I don't want to and I'm too lazy. I believe if I tried hard enough, I would eventually find it. So, this video was fake, no doubt about it, okay? Now, this video has reckoned over 1,300,000 views, which is pretty unbelievable when you look at the likes and dislikes. Combined they make about 3,000 ratings, but I will ignore that for a second and just say that people try to figure out this is fake and thus watch it over and over again. Now, what I would like to do right now is move some of their more popular videos. Yes, a channel like this can have more popular videos than this one. And this is the Time Traveler Caught on 9/11 Call. Now, this video is, if not blatantly fake, at least very suspicious. In this video, they've got this conversation between a police officer and some random woman. The woman claims that someone broke into her house, the officer tells her to stay up in her room, that he's sending her, but after some time the bitch goes down anyway, and she finds her husband, who died in 2001, bleeding from his ears in the bathtub, looking much younger. Of course, no footage, just voices, okay? Now, what does make this video suspicious, you might ask yourself? Well, I'll be more than happy to tell you. First of all, the acting is horrible.
Maybe I should go check to make sure I'm not just scaring myself for no reason.
I think that they told the girl who is playing the woman, whose house got invaded, to just finger herself to sound like she's crying, but this bitch can't act. The guy who plays the police officer sounds like a Tesco employee.
911,
Hi,
what is your emergency?
What is your emergency? And then you've got the guy who's editing this video, who's just breaking all the windows in this house because he probably doesn't know where the hell to download free sound effects. I think that's as realistic of a scenario as a statement that this is a proof of time traveling. Now, to be honest, other than all of this, I don't really have that much evidence that she's lying. Except for this one. She says she's upstairs and the bathroom is downstairs, but then he says that the bathroom door is still closed. We can't hear her steps. I bet her stairs aren't soundproof or anything. That's just ridiculous, so I think it's fake, because we can't hear her steps when she's going downstairs to the bathroom. But that's not solid evidence. Okay, I think it is, in comparison of how little evidence these guys give. Like, they don't know shit, they don't show any photos, anything. I mean, you just can't believe this. It's unbelievable what people are willing to believe. Also, I think this is a good point to mention a bit about what these guys' videos usually look like, especially the time traveler ones, because these guys don't provide that much content on their own. They just play whatever the message is being sent to them, record whatever guy who is claiming some of this stupid shit says, and do subtitles, and they're good to go. They always have the same fucking music in every single video, and all of this stuff, and that's it. They don't provide that much of any other content. They work just as a megaphone to amplify somebody else's message, which often transpires to be entirely fake. And they get millions of views for that, okay?
I have the answer to everything. To all.
This man claims to have the answer to everything.
Also, they do these marathon-long interviews with the people they talk about in these videos. I just didn't watch those interviews, but I still noticed one thing. They've milked the time traveler we've been talking about just a few minutes ago, the one from the year 2120, into 17 videos, despite the fact that it took just one video for them to get backlash and for people to realize it's entirely staged. They've done several live interviews with him, some not that live interviews with him, and even a lie detector test. Let's look at the test, shall we?
Okay, Noah, let's just start off with the basics, and we'll see what the lie detector says. First off, are you an actual time traveler from the year 2030?
Yeah.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Okay. Again, we will be taking a look at the results of this lie detector after the video is over. So, Noah, a lot of people ask us if you have any actual evidence that you are a time traveler.
Yeah, so I have no physical evidence besides the thing that's in my wrist and, predictions, but I'm not sure if I can give them due to a paradox.
So
They didn't show the
lie detector. A lot of people are wondering
detector.
is if you're actually in any danger by...
If you use a certain detector, at least show me what detector you're using, so for me to be sure that it's not made out of puffin. Second of all, why don't you show me the results on the detector so I'm sure you're not just writing some random shit? And third of all, how the fuck is this supposed to be at all believable? There's no way this is real. These fucking idiots can't even stage it properly. Now, let's move on to another category of time travel videos these guys make. The videos from at least the year 4000. These videos are really easy to dispute, and I think the only thing we need to say about them is languages constantly change is a well-established fact. How the fuck do the people from the year 4000 speak the exact same language as us? That's impossible. Straight up impossible. And I don't think that Apex ever questions any of this. They never ask them, why do you talk English? But watching those videos has made the titles in recommended collide with another video. Time Traveler met aliens in the year 4000.
Ooh, feisty little thing.
So in this video, you've got this dude with blurred face. You'll notice that about these guys as well. They try to hide the identity of anybody they are talking to. They try to take away the biggest piece of evidence to suggest that their videos are fake. And I'll be honest with you guys, it was pretty hard to find the evidence that this guy is lying. But it's pretty solid evidence in the end. I tried to analyze everything that he was saying, but I couldn't really find any flaws in his insane babbling that could make it sound more than 100% insane.
First of all, I'm glad to say that I lived in the USSR.
But one commenter helped me find the evidence for this. Big shout out to Andrew Negure, who in the comment section got the most damning evidence that this is fake, even that they faked it themselves. Now sure, some dude made a full-on historical analysis of this thing, but what you really need to do is just to analyze certain frames in the video, and you'll notice that this is a looped video. Now if the video is looped, who the hell is talking? Well, I'd venture to guess it's dubbed. I'd say... Now, the English in this dubbing is still kind of falling apart, I'll tell you that much, okay?
But he wanted to know about our solar system, about aliens, but it was forbidden very much.
They're intentionally misleading their audiences a lot, straight up lying to them for self-benefit, and that's pretty disgusting if you ask me. Also, what makes it even worse are the messages in these videos. There are people saying all types of stuff about the future of Earth, talking about stuff like pollution, war, some kind even tries to predict the new president, and they often tell people what they should do to evade these problems. And that's pretty fucked up. It's a very strong manipulation telling people, if you don't do this, the Earth is doomed, okay? Now, you might be thinking that nobody would ever do something like this, but who do the videos like this attract? Yes. Stupid, uneducated, and easily manipulated people. Now, some of these people are children, which will indeed grow up and never do anything hurtful, but some of these people are probably adults. Yes, probably mentally retarded adults, but adults nonetheless.
He will, most of the time, blur the face of anyone that he portrays to be particularly villainous. But with this guy, that's not the case. So what if one of the millions of people that watch the video attack this guy for real? I appreciate this sounds like a very unlikely scenario to you, but trust me, people really are that stupid. A few years ago, here in the UK, I remember the case of some particularly brain-dead individuals beating the fuck out of a doctor because they thought a paediatrician and a paedophile were the same thing.
Anyways, there's another video this guy's made. Time Traveler shows real-time machine. Except for the fact that in this video the man who claims to be a time traveler says,
I too much wanted to bring all the facts, but I understand that my invention could bring harm and evil.
I won't show it, but he still shows it for some fucking reason, and I just want to ask you, does this look like a time machine? Also, if he says this,
I understand that my invention could bring harm and evil.
why the fuck would he show this to us? The photos that could bring harm and evil, the most cliche thing I've ever heard, why are you showing those to us? I do believe that this is enough evidence to suggest that this is fake. I truly hope so. Let's just move on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a special segment of the likes in which we have not done before. Today, we are going to speak about the future of our world.
Man predicting the future in 1933, 100% true. In this video, they talk about some guy on radio guessing the future and predicting the stuff that will happen in the future. Now, there isn't much stuff pointing out that this is fake, as there is stuff pointing out that this is pointless. Now, sure, in the video they say that there were people conspiring about this narration before, which doesn't seem to be the case, to be honest. I've searched for a bit on the internet and I didn't find many theories about this clip, none that were rare before the video from Apex. Now, I am pretty eager to call Apex a liar and not a time traveler, but this isn't evidence damning enough, and to be honest, I don't really have any evidence to suggest that this is fake, I just don't care. But these predictions aren't direct enough to be even considered something more than educated guesses. I mean, right now I could guess a way that the technology would evolve, but nobody would call me a time traveler. They might call me a visionary if my predictions would be good enough, but it is just a guy talking about what technologies as they predict in the future and about World War II, which to be honest was a good guess, but I don't think that was that hard to guess. I mean, from what I know, Germany was so devastated after the First War that they just had to make another one, okay? So, this video, not a lie for once, just a video calling something time traveling when it isn't.
I predict that if you are a future person, the radio you are listening to this on is drastically smaller than the ones we have today.
At this point, I think we've come to the end of the video, thankfully. We've covered 5 of their videos, 3 of them we can definitively say they're fake, 1 of them we can call misleading as stupid at least, and 1 of them that looks so fake it's unreal, okay? Now, there are a lot more videos from Apex about time traveling, and also about other shit that I would like to cover, but honestly, I don't want to right now. I'm exhausted, okay? And yeah, I think we should make a part 2 to this video, and maybe even a series calling out fake bullshit. And yeah, because the amount of bullshit these guys and channels like these guys are able to pull up on their videos on pretty much a weekly basis is pretty unreal, okay? Now, if any of you guys want to help me with making these videos on them, you sure can. If you want to send me any evidence of them faking something, you can either tweet me, DM me, or send an email, and it will be greatly appreciated. It'll be a lot of fun to make. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this. My throat hurts right now, so I really hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed making of it, to be honest. And yeah, goodbye. Have a nice day. You can go follow my Wattpad and Twitter and my social medias in the description. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Also, a prediction for tomorrow. I think that tomorrow, Adolf Hitler will come back from his grave to suck me off while I'm sleeping.